Greetings, Bat fans. James here. Last year during VEDS, the one I had planned on skipping, but I guess that's water under the bridge at this point, CJ, posing as me, made a video on a Batman 66 episode from Season 3 entitled Nora Clavicle and the Ladies' Crime Club. The video in question, despite being made completely under my nose, is arguably one of the best videos that has ever been put out on this channel during a VEDS season, so obviously I want to try to make something like that. At the same time, another series I wanted to make a return to during a VEDS season was pilot Obscurities. The last one I did a couple of years ago was on a weird pilot for Yo Gabba Gabba. And then it hit me. I had a vision. A revelation, a picture in my head. I could make one video for both series, because the 1966 Batman show, in between the second and third season, put out an entire pitch presentation reel for the character of Batgirl, so I could kind of hit two birds with one stone. So today on Pilot Obscurities, we are going to be taking a look at the 1967 pitch pilot presentation reel for Batgirl. Now, before going forward, I do think I should clarify one thing. As Batgirl actress Yvonne Craig has gone on the record multiple times over the years in, again, clarifying, this is not a pilot in the traditional sense of what you would think of as a pilot. Produced by William Dozier in 1967, this was more of a pitch presentation reel, not necessarily for a spin-off featuring the character of Batgirl, but rather for the character of Batgirl herself to be added to the main cast as a potential third lead character, to kind of breathe new life into the show, as ratings for Batman 66 around the time of the end of the second season had started to go on the decline. But to hear Yvonne Craig tell it, that's not the only reason they wanted to add Batgirl to the show.
My agent called and said they are interested in introducing a character called Batgirl, and they are interested in attracting over 40-year-old males, consequently the spray-on costume, and prepubescent females.
For as maligned as the third season is by many fans, including myself, I think most would agree that Yvonne Craig's Batgirl wasn't necessarily the weak spot of that season by a long shot. Speaking personally, I think Yvonne Craig did absolutely fantastic with the material that she was given for the time as both Batgirl and as Barbara Gordon. But what about that pitch presentation? Was it any good? Well, today on Pilot Obscurities, we're going to take a quick look at it. So let's begin. The presentation begins, as most episodes of Batman 66 do, with random city stock footage, while the narrator, who, fun fact, was William Dozier himself, tells us all about Gotham City.
Gotham City, like any other large metropolis, abounds in girls of all shapes and sizes.
Sort of looks like a lot of the same shape to me. He then turns his sights to the Gotham City Library, where we are introduced to Yvonne Craig as Barbara Gordon.
As the closing hour nears, finishing a service for a very distinguished customer.
I freaking love how in this version of Gotham City, four guys can be dressed exactly the same way, sat at a table in a public place, and that is just considered normal by everyone around them. I'm sure these guys are going to bring us no trouble in the next 6 minutes whatsoever.
This is the only book on the blue monarch heliconius butterfly that's still in print.
I certainly appreciate your trouble. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I just started working here recently.
I thought so. This book's about monarchs, all right, but it's about kings and queens. Barbara formally introduces herself to Bruce as the commissioner's daughter, to which Bruce remarks,
He did say that he had a daughter away at college. I'm afraid he's kept you under wraps far too long.
Thank you.
This is really just the start of their romantic relationship, which is brought back time and again during Season 3. But then Barbara spies Dick Grayson talking to one of Bruce's millionaire friends.
Isn't that your youthful ward, Dick Grayson, talking to the gentleman at the table?
Yes, it is.
About as youthful as one can be for a man in his 20s.
The other gentleman is my millionaire friend, Roger Montrose.
Who?
The famous explorer and lepidopterist?
I'm checking out this book to prove a point to him.
Bruce returns to Dick and Roger, while Barbara talks to her boss/friend Agnes, who seems very swoon with Bruce Wayne, despite never actually speaking to him.
That Mr. Wayne. So handsome, so rich.
Yes, Agnes, and he's a bachelor.
What's wrong with her? She's crazy. He's gorgeous.
We pan away from Bruce and Dick to show that trouble may be brewing in the library tonight.
We're gonna kidnap a millionaire, kill him off. Why not Bruce Wayne? He's standing right there.
No, he's too good a friend of Batman's.
What are they supposed to be? A cult dedicated to the original Telly monster? Ooh, okay, so, if you don't know, this is supposed to be Killer Moth. Can't you tell? Bruce and Dick say goodbye to Roger Montrose, but before they leave, they have a not-so-private conversation.
Those 4 men.
Yes, I know, Dick. Killer Moth and his men.
With their beady eyes on Mr. Montrose.
Hello, if he can hear you. If you're standing right here.
I think Batman and Robin are needed here on the double.
I'm going to lock the main door, keep any stragglers out. When those gentlemen get ready to leave, you can unlock it and let them out.
So, closing times mean nothing here. I mean, seriously, what is to stop the people remaining in the library from staying there all night? But then Barbara gets a call from her father, Commissioner Gordon. A call Commissioner Gordon made after the library had closed. Sure.
Gotham City Library, Miss Gordon speaking.
You stood me up at dinner again tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have called, but I've been so busy.
It was a real shame too, Barbara. I had reservations for the hottest but also coldest restaurant in town, the Penguin's Nest.
I'm gonna have to work late tonight, too.
Well, how about tomorrow night?
It's a definite date. Bye, handsome.
What an odd thing to say.
Barbara gets off the call, and that's when Killer Moth and his men decide to strike. Killer Moth grabs Barbara and locks her in the adjoining room next to the main library hall. Even though he didn't really have to. I mean, he and his men could have just grabbed Roger Montrose and left, and Barbara would have never known, but again, sure.
Strange. She seems very cool about being locked in. And who's locking whom? And what is this? Her own secret panel leading to her own secret closet?
Okay, hold on. Wait just a second. Okay. I can accept that Bruce Wayne has a secret entrance to his Batcave through a bookcase or a wall in his study. For one, he's a millionaire, and for two, it's his own damn house. But how in the hell did Barbara Gordon, who, as we established earlier...
He did say that he had a daughter away at college.
Who also presumably just got back from college and took this librarian's job, manage to build a secret entrance to a closet in a public library without anyone knowing about it.
It just raises too many questions.
Meanwhile, as Killer Moth and his men plan to make their escape, Batman and Robin break the lock on the door to the library and prepare to fight.
Brace yourself.
Right, Batman. Not long ago, they were caterpillars!
A bat fight ensues, which, I gotta say, it is really cool that they set up an entire bat fight for a 7-minute pitch presentation that outside of ABC executives was never going to be seen publicly. I admire the effort. Killer Moth then fires his moth spray gun, which entraps Batman and Robin in a, quote, instant paralyzing cocoon. Which, okay, I don't want to sound like Rick and Morty for a second, but, wouldn't a moth spray gun spray moths?
Holy transformation. 1 minute, plain Barbara Gordon, librarian and Commissioner Gordon's daughter. And the next minute, something new has been added.
Seems more like something's been taken off. And wait a minute, is she wearing the costume under her normal street clothes, like Incredible Superman style, or is she changing into them? I ask because in the last shot, you could clearly see the costume there on the rack, just hanging there when she walked in. But when she walked out, she's taking off her normal clothes as if it was under that the whole time.
Batgirl, modeled after her idol, Batman. Ready for this crucial moment, and off to make her first foray in her own beautiful, beguiling way through her secret exit.
Wait, so she has a secret entrance and a secret exit. What, did she just break open a wall in the public light? You know what? Okay, I'm over it.
Our disguised and now Titian-haired beauty makes a smashing entrance.
Okay, so let's quickly talk about the Batgirl costume for a second. And probably for only a second, because from the pitch presentation to Season 3, not a lot really changed about her costume, except for one major thing, in my opinion, which was the mask. Which I'm actually really glad that they went back to the drawing board and fixed the mask. Because, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm used to how she normally looks, but in this one, I don't know about that mask, dude. It looks off.
Holy apparition!
No, Boy Wonder, I'm Batgirl. You are no longer alone, Caped Crusaders.
So Batgirl joins the fight, and yeah, I think the only thing I never liked about solo Batgirl fights in Season 3 is it never mattered how many goons were there, they'd somehow always lose without throwing a single punch. Because, of course, this was the 60s. That's probably why the main villain of that season, in my opinion, is Catwoman, because she could have her male henchmen go and fight Batman and Robin, while she could take care of Batgirl, because again, this was the 60s, and by 60s logic, a woman beating a guy in a fight is wrong, but a literal cat fight is okay. Sure.
Who is she? Where'd she come from?
And how do we sue her for copyright infringement? Again, props to Dozier and his team for going that extra step to make a whole set and fill it with props, only to have a bat fight in there that destroys absolutely everything for a pitch reel. That again, they never planned on anyone to see.
Now to get you out of those silk straitjackets.
Holy vanity case! What a time to powder her nose!
Correction, Boy Wonder. It's my electronic Batgirl compact with a laser beam.
But how did she get a laser? Okay, level with me. Are the Commissioner or Bruce in on it, and they're just playing dumb? Because I see no other logical explanation for how a former college student turned librarian on that salary would be able to build on her own, without anyone else finding out about it, a literal laser in a compact.
It just raises too many questions.
She frees the dynamic duo who rejoin the fight. And then mid-fight, Batgirl and Batman have a sort of heart-to-heart.
With delightful dynamic destruction.
Which couldn't have been accomplished without you. Who are you, really?
Come now, Batman. Have you ever revealed your true identity? Mine must be kept as secret as yours.
Of course.
But before they can thank her, Batgirl disappears into the night.
Thanks to this lovely...
She's gone!
No shit, Sherlock.
But I suspect we haven't seen the last of her, whoever she is beneath that mask of hers. A new member of our team? Or a crime-fighting rival?
Or just plain Barbara Gordon, masquerading for a lark as she rides into the night on her special Batgirl cycle. Who knows? Is the dynamic duo destined to become the triumphant trio?
I think we know, Dozier. I think we do. So that was the Batgirl pilot presentation thing. It's fine. Again, I applaud the effort they went into it. It feels like an episode of the show. I love the fact that they built a set, they did a bat fight, they destroyed the set in said bat fight. No one's really phoning in their performance. Everyone's sort of doing it like they do on the regular show. And honestly, my only real confusion is I'm surprised they never used anything from this in the show proper. Now, I don't know if whether that was because they weren't allowed to, or they never planned to. Again, who knows? But anyway, that's pretty much where I want to end this. If you have any thoughts on the pitch presentation, leave them in the comments. And until tomorrow, guys, gals, and my fellow VEDS-ies, I will see you tomorrow.